Residents southwest of Perth have begun the clean-up after copping the brunt of last night's storm. But while roofs were again ripped from homes, the destruction wasn't as widespread as predicted. Amelia Brunt has the details.
From the air, the damage is clear to see. This Pinjarra home bore the brunt of last night's wild storm. It was literally blown apart. The elderly owners were away on holiday, their daughter Leanne receiving a desperate call from neighbours last night. She arrived to find insulation and parts of the roof littering the backyard.
To see the whole roof, verandas and all, just lifted and being placed not even in Mum and Dad's backyard, but even in the vacant block at the back.
The strength of the front also caused part of the ceiling to collapse. Today, relatives started the clean-up.
This is one of the worst jobs we've seen, and it is probably the worst that we will probably see for a while.
Neighbours also lending a hand.
It's just devastating, absolutely devastating. They're great neighbours and all we can just be thankful that they went home at the time.
Further east in Dwellingup, the tin roof of this home was peeled back, leaving gaping holes, while in Bouvard, a woman had a narrow escape when this tree slammed onto her home. It landed just a metre from where she was watching television. The woman forced to scramble through the branches and debris to escape. She spent the rest of the night huddled in a shed with her son. The SES received more than 150 calls for help overnight as winds reached 113 kilometres per hour. Across the state, 27,000 homes were left without power. By late today, that number had dropped to just over 10,000. Despite the damage spanning from Moora to Albany, authorities say the storm was not as fierce as predicted.
We're somewhat relieved that the consequences from last night are nowhere near as devastating as what they could have been. Certainly not as devastating as the storms earlier in the week.
With the clean-up from Sunday's storm still ongoing, resources are stretched to the limit.
We've been significantly under the pump all week because we've never seen really such devastation across quite a wide area of the state. We've drawn in support from other states and we're still going to use them to help us expedite the clean-up.
After a week of extreme weather, including a tornado and 2 massive storm fronts, the Bureau says conditions should be clear by the end of the week. Amelia Brunt, 10 News.